The race for school board in Fairfield is tight at this point as the ballot counting continues. What makes this specific race unique is that one of the candidates is only 18 years old, and he's ahead of the incumbent by 63 votes. Fox 40's Zach Boetto is live in Solano County tonight to tell us who that person is and what he believes the future holds for the Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District. Zach.
Eric, his name is Jack Flynn, and just a few months ago, he was right here finishing up high school. And now, if things continue to go his way, he will be one of the youngest people to serve on this school board in the county's history.
School board decisions have received more attention over the last few years, and those decisions affect millions of students every day. In Fairfield, one former student, fresh out of high school, decided to run for a board position, and he believes he's won.
So I was a student in the district, graduated in June, elected in November, and in December of the same year, I'll be on the board making decisions for that same district I graduated from.
Jack Flynn is 18, but he will be 19 next month. And if he wins, he hopes to bring new ideas to the Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District.
I think I bring new generation. I think I bring new ideas, fresh perspective, fresh blood. And what I really bring is being able to be a former student in the district, seeing what these issues mean to our kids, and being able to bring that experience and relevant knowledge to the board when we make decisions.
And other school board members are standing behind him.
As a young man, what they need to know about Jack Flynn is that he will talk to the people. He will be among the people because he was just there. He understands. He's a product of a single mother, public school, and going to community college right here. He's a member of the community. He understands the plight of people who are socioeconomically disadvantaged, and I think he will fight for them, and that's what Jack Flynn will bring.
Flynn is not your average 18-year-old, but he knows what he wants to do, and he's known for a long time.
Ever since I was 12 years old, I knew I wanted to run for office. I knew I wanted to make a difference in my community. So when I was making that decision, I thought of all those years in politics, all the people that I met, all of the educational partners I'd worked with, and I decided that I would run.
Just a few months before elections, Flynn was walking these halls at Solano Community College, getting his high school diploma.
And now the district is glad he's taking a shot at the school board.
FSUSD is really proud that we produce students that are interested in participating in the democratic process.
This possible change in board members will bring a new perspective to the district, but people say they're ready.
There's a saying that says, listen to the elders but follow the youth. They have new ideas. We're Coke with, new improved Coke. We need a new flavor of soda, and that's what young people bring. And I have a lot of faith in Generation Z.
So the county registrar still has to certify these election results before they can become official. We did reach out to Flynn's opponent, but have not yet heard back. Reporting live from Solano County, Zach Boetto, Fox 40 News.